In this video, I want to show you briefly how you can make your own service dog um, little bands that will stick to any coat or sweater or anything. I just recently did a video about how you're not required to have a vest, and someone who commented in the comments pointed out that a lot of times you get less confrontation when your dog is labeled. And there are two sides to that, because there are times when you don't want to be publicly labeled and times that maybe you should be. So this is a very quick way to make your own Velcro sticky service dog band. I'm calling them bands, like BANDS, but they're really strips that you could stick on any clothes. It doesn't take a lot of talent. It takes a tiny bit of an investment, but once you do this, you can print service dog on anything you want. This is a Speedball linoleum cutter set that runs about $7. This is actually a rubber block that I've used both sides of. One says service and one says dog. Amazon carries the thick rubber block. I think I had to pay about $14 or $15 for a 12-inch by 12-inch piece. But it's worth it because you can use it for a lot of different things. You could also use linoleum, which is less expensive. So you want to remember to carve backwards, because when you print it, it'll print forward. And you want to carve service and dog. And then I'm using acrylic paint, because paint can hold up a little bit better than the fabric inks. It's also a little bit less expensive if you're looking at price. And this is just a meat tray and a brayer. So you would get, if you bought the Speedball beginner linoleum carving kit, you would get a cutter, a tray, some washable ink, which you might then want to go over with permanent marker or something. And you would get one piece of linoleum, so you would have to probably carve the words service dog smaller. But you get the idea. And once you've got that carved, you can put this on anything. But what I'm doing today is I'm making strips that say service dog. If they print too pale, because paint is a little bit harder to work with than ink, you can just take a brush and fill them in. I will then trim them, fold the raw edges under, and one piece of Velcro is going to go on the back of this, and the other part of the Velcro is going to go on my dog's sweater. So I have these commercially purchased for her raincoat, and they're also on her vest. But I would rather be able to, I could even put these in my pocketbook or in my pocket, and let's say we're at one place and we don't really need to be labeled as a service dog, but then we go into a store and it's better to have it with you. Just by putting the Velcro, one piece on the sweater or coat and one piece on the back of this, then you can just pop this out, put it on your dog, and label your dog. So it's an idea. It's not very expensive. The starter kit for Speedball is about $15. Velcro you can look for on sale. This is 2 inches wide. And the fabric I'm using is cross-stitch fabric, but you could use any scrap fabric at all. So, service dog strips to sew on your favorite sewing machine. You will need more than a hand stitcher to go through the Velcro. So, gee, a vintage Model 66 or 1591 will do just fine.